Murphy's Frame and Axle has been repairing vehicles in the La Crosse area since the 1960s. We stopped by and spoke with Mark Murphy about how his business has flourished for so long in his community.
My dad worked for another outfit in town back in the early 60s. In 67, he decided to go out on his own. Came over here, built the shop from scratch. Started out as a 5 bays in a small office. We are now at 13 bays and 8 mechanics with quite a bit larger office and parts department. When Dad first opened up, it was pretty much just a frame straightening and alignment shop. When I got involved, I said, hey, there's a lot more out here available for us to do than just that. We still are a suspension steering specialty shop, but we also do brakes, exhaust, diagnostics, oil changes, tranny services. We have become a general repair facility. I could never play football because of my hemophilia. Since I couldn't play, I decided I wanted to know everything there was to know about the game and my favorite team. That's how the office and the business, and that's why everything's done in green and gold. I used to run a charity event for the Hemophilia Foundation that I started many years ago. Lynn Dickey was my all-time favorite quarterback, and I thought, it'd be nice to get a face like that to come to the tournament. So I made a call, and I ended up talking to his daughter, and she said, well, he'd love to come. Him and I hit it off. We have stayed friends for the last 20 years. Then I got a little bold and asked him if he'd come and do a commercial with me. Not thinking he would, but he said, yeah, I'll do that. He came in and we shot a commercial, and then we shot another commercial, and we shot another commercial, and the rest is history. My father's not one for change, especially when it came to the shop. We started doing a lot more spring work, and there was only one shop in town that actually did that. Dad would send me down to sit and wait for this spring to be repaired. Sometimes 2 to 3 hours I'd actually have to sit there and wait for this. One day I came back and I said, listen, Pop, why don't we open up our own spring shop so we don't have to do this? We could do it right here. Kind of looked at me like, yeah, I don't think so. But he did say, you go ahead and figure out what it'll take, give me the numbers, and I'll decide what we should do from there. About a week later, he said, go ahead and get it going. Just the spring business alone has become at least 30% of our business. We're sending springs and accessories out to about every state in the union. So that addition was huge for us. I wish my dad was here today to see how big a change that was. When I told him back then that someday we'll be sending springs and U-bolts all over the country, he shook his head at me and laughed, and he said, you're dreaming. And it became reality. My dad was a wonderful teacher. He was he was the most honest man that I've ever met in my life. He instilled in me the 2 things that you need in business were to be honest with your customers, treat them as you would treat your own family. He said, as long as you do those things, you'll be fine. Noah is my son. He is just stepping into the business now. He has that God-given ability that my dad had, just the knack for the mechanics. He has decided he wants to be the next generation of the family business and carry on the family name. Time will tell. The values that my father taught me, I will pass those on to my son Noah for the next generation of our customers.